If I got the sauce, I must be somebody. You know it. Everybody loves a well-dressed motherfucker. You know it. Everybody. You don't gotta be rich. No, you don't gotta be
It's your boy, guys. It's your boy K. It's your boy Cody. And today we got BTS Ddaeng Explain.
Okay, I know you wanted this, so here we are. The rap line of BTS, RM, J-Hope, and Suga dropped a hip-hop track recently on their SoundCloud called Ddaeng. It's a song that has oriental and trappy at the same time, and it's also a diss track sending messages to their haters. But the wordplay inside it is just amazing. For example, the title Ddaeng itself is used in multiple ways throughout the whole song. 18, 13, 38. These are all card combinations that come from a Korean card game called Seotda or Hwatu. Simply think of them as the best combinations you can get during a game. For example, 3 and 8, which is called 38 Bangtan, is the ultimate pair that nothing can beat. Thus, the first meaning of Ddaeng here would be translated into something like better or invincible. Again in the chorus, the word Ddaeng is already used in 2 more different meanings. For these 2 lines, Ddaeng is used as the meaning of wrong, which originates from the imitation of a xylophone sound used in quiz shows or auditions when the participant is wrong or bad. For this line, Ddaeng is used as the sound of a bell, and it also comes from a children's song called 학교 종이 땡땡땡. Regarding J-Hope mentioning homework in the next verse, there's a very high possibility that this line implies the meaning of go to school, kids.
Hip-hop, dang, rap star, dang, young rapper, dang, Bangtan, dang, attention, bang, worldwide, bang.
The first lines of J-Hope's verse describe the criticism they received in the early ages about their hip-hop or rap style, or BTS being a flop. However, in the next lines, he explains that now they've become a worldwide bang from a Ddaeng.
내가 보기엔 너는 땡. 우리 모두가 땡. 누가 끝발이 좋던 간에 나는 땡전에 상관하네.
It kind of gets trickier in Suga's verse. The usage of Ddaeng is suddenly changed without any notice. The first Ddaeng indicate the meaning of wrong or nope, but when he says 누가 끝발이 좋던 간에, he suddenly jumps into the card game again. Goodbar is an everyday slang word for power/influence. When you see a very successful person, you would say something like 와, 끝발 죽이네 or 끝발 날리네. This everyday slang word's origin comes from the card game Seotda again. Good is a combination of cards equivalent to 1 point to 9 points. It's the most common pairs you will receive during a game. In contrast, a Ddaeng is above all goods. So that's what Suga is saying in his last lines. 나는 땡 전혀 상관 안 해. Which means, I'm a Ddaeng and I don't care about you lower class goods. So one more thing before we go into RM's verse. Good has the same sound as good. Yeah, and this good means the end. Suga ends his verse by saying 계속 걱정해주길 good. It could be a double translation as continue worrying about us low pointers, losers, and continue worrying about us, the end, I'm out, mic drop.
소리 땡 어릴 적 좋아함 어렵땡 난 띵동 넌 땡 넌 칠끝 난 땡 라면 먹고 잔 얼굴 땡 널거지들 구열땡 날 반한 네 얼땡 네가 쩔어 어쩌 개얼땡.
Now personally, RM's part is the apex of this whole song. It's because in one single verse, he uses 7 different usages of Ddaeng. The first line, 캐셔 계산 소리 땡, is literally the sound of the cashier opening, which could also imply that he has a lot of money now. And the second line, 어릴 적 좋아함 얼음 땡, is a Korean version of tag. It's when kids run away, they shout 얼음, which is freeze, to get immune from the catcher, and then another survivor can come along and tag the frozen person saying 땡, which unleashes him from the frozen state. And third, 난 딩동, 넌 땡, means I'm correct and you're wrong. And fourth, 넌 칠끝, 난 땡, is again referenced from the card game. You might be a 7-pointer, but I'm above that tier. Fifth, 라면 먹고 잔 얼굴 땡 comes from the expression 땡땡 부었다. It's a fun way to describe your face is swollen after you've eaten ramen last night. Sixth, 떨거지들 do your thing, 날 봐, 난 네 air thing. RM is now playing with language now. The pronunciation of dang is similar to thang, which is the slang of thing in English. Last but not least, seventh, 니가 쩔어, 멋져, 개얼탱. RM finally uses another similar sound, tang, to make it rhyme with dang. 얼탱이 없다 is a slang for 어이가 없다, which means dumbfounded.
어이가 없네.
Phew, so basically I would summarize this song as genius wordplay and rhythmical onomatopoeia. The repetitive dang sound makes the song much more rhythmical and addictive, whereas the various meanings of dang constantly changing throughout the song make it hard for foreigners or average people to understand, but at the same time makes it genius for a rap lyric.
우린 celebrate 아직 celebrate 네가 뭔데 날 인정해 이름값 하는 개구리들 오늘 안 해주기를 간절히 기도할게
We celebrate rather than being a celebrity. This line shows BTS's attitude or mentality of being a celebrity in a nutshell. It's not about being special or enjoying the spotlight. It's about sharing and returning the love they received by celebrating together.
이름값 하는 개구리들 우물 안에 죽기를
이름값 하는 개구리들 우물 안에 죽기를. This is a reference from a Korean saying called 우물안 개구리, which means a frog is stuck in a well and he thinks that well is his whole world. Thus, he's very narrow-sighted and he thinks he's the best inside that small world. 개구리 usually just means frog, but in this case I think there's a hidden double meaning inside it, saying 개구리다, which is a slang for fucking lame or foul. I think RM is addressing to the haters in Korea who think they're the best with their own lame songs in this small country. He's saying they should die in this small well called Korea without even having the opportunity to see the big world outside, where BTS is now using as a stage. Last but not least, as a director's commentary, I would like to point out the fact that despite this song being a diss track, there is actually no real hate or toxic cursing inside, but rather BTS chooses to play around playfully with the word dang in a teasing manner and swaggering about their current success. For me, this is the point that sets apart this song from all other diss tracks. Low negativity, but comic and satirical high self-esteem.
Skulkpack react, yo, that's what y'all get, yo. For all the haters, that's what y'all get. That's what y'all get. How embarrassing, like yo, like the way they were able to play with wordplay. Come on, yo, how many times they use dang in there and switch it up?
I told y'all RM with wordplay, man.
I told you he had a high IQ. I already knew that.
You know what that's called? They called it, I think, somebody said it's like sexy brain.
Like, yo, like, come on, bro. Like, y'all sitting here bashing them, like, and how many times he's used dang? Like, I'm listening to the song for how it sounds. Not even, I can't, of course, I can't keep up with the lyrics. I don't know Korean, but like,
yeah, to come, I mean, yo.
I mean, but what he said, yo, for you in the well, like, and saying, like, he's right, bro. And the way he said, like, they're using the world as their stage, come on, yo. If it's not true, like, I don't know what is, bro. Like, they're everywhere. For people that's hating, yo, like.
Yo, to me, yo, just like the references, yo. Okay, it's one thing to not live in Korea and not, like, know, you know, what he could mean by something that he could say that they might actually know that we wouldn't know. So that right there is already like a one-up. Not necessarily against us, but I'm saying, like,
Just the fact that they, like.
yeah. But it's like, yo, it's so crazy how you could take something and, I mean, who knows that they don't have like other songs like this that they play around with wordplay so much, but like you would never really know
Because we don't know the language.
Yeah, not necessarily just the language.
We don't know the culture.
Yeah, the culture. Like, it's like you don't.
Oh yeah, that's true as well.
Like, it's
That's
so
true.
much. It's so much that they could mean by something that they say that we wouldn't really understand. So for them to have something like this is so dope because it's like, yo, like they could murder you and you not even know it.
Basically what just happened.
Yo, that.
But see, the crazy thing is, even for them, whoever they're talking to, maybe what's his name, Free B, whatever his name is, like maybe him being one of them or whoever else they were talking to. I feel like for how complex their verse is, I feel like them being in Korea, they wouldn't still get it. Like,
yeah, I know, it's crazy.
I'm like honestly, just, and I'm glad for you guys like giving us this request to do, because it did break it down for us to where a point like it honestly made me feel dumb. Like I'm not saying like they bash me. I'm just like, it's like for them to
dig so deep into a concept, one word.
For them to be so naive, for the haters to be so naive, and even for us to be like, to not know like where they're coming from, and them to be naive over there, it's kind of like, I'm not saying like we're the same, but I'm saying like, it just shows you how big the world is, like, and like you may not know stuff about like whoever it is, like even if it was somebody like in Japan, like that was a rapper or something like that, like for them to be so naive and say like, oh, you're leaving the rap world or you're leaving the rap culture, you're messing up the name of rapping over here, like, and for how big they are now, bro.
I feel like that's just, I feel like it's them haters in themselves. It's something they're mad. It's more of a jealousy thing that they're not in that situation.
Yeah, I know.
It's more something with themselves, and I feel like that's why they try to bring them down, because of their success, because they wish they was them in their success.
Yeah, I feel the same way. People don't want to see you like, they don't want to see you go in a disc
after coming from the same place. It's kind of like the epidemic we have here in America. It's like, you know, say if a rapper comes from a hood and, you know, he ends up dying after staying in the hood so long. They say it's more likely you'll die if you stay in your neighborhood than if you actually leave, because people are what is it called? It's
envious.
Envious.
People, they're like crabs in a barrel. They want to pull you down with them.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to be the only one. They don't want to be left behind, or see that they coming from the same place. I just feel
like that's so unfair, bro. Like, and honestly, for you to tarnish my name, and then like,
it's lazy. It's honestly lazy, because
but the crazy thing to me is that everybody has. Okay, I'm not gonna say like the same. Everybody's capable of having the same type of potential as somebody else. Nobody can be put on a different pedestal than somebody else. It's just what you choose to do with your time.
Exactly. Really, that's really what it comes down to. What do you do with your time? They all put the time in to be where they're at.
Yeah. I mean, but if you want to get technical, for people that were, if you weren't so naive and like so like self-centered and trying to be like tarnish my name, it's a possibility you probably could have collabed with them. Like, since you were so cool with them before they became a part of BTS.
Or
like,
learn from them.
Like, I'm just saying, like I said, you miss out on stuff like that because you're so like trying to follow what everybody else does. Or like I said, and also, I'm gonna say this before I forget, that goes for anybody trying to do anything that somebody feels like, and I'm not just talking about, you know, as far as BTS doing their thing, because they are where they are and they made it. So I'm just saying, like, for anybody that's trying to do something and somebody doesn't agree with what you're trying to do, yo, keep doing what you're doing, yo.
As long as you believe it, as long as you feel like
doing what you're doing,
that's what you want to do for the rest of your, or that's what you want to pursue, then keep pursuing it, no matter what.
It's just crazy to me, like, to see or to know that somebody tried to alter the outcome of what is today. Just, I mean, like I said, I'm kind of thankful for the haters, to be honest, because it's like you get such, to see such creativity in a song like this, so much wordplay, to come from that and to know that they're coming from a place of trying to defend themselves versus somebody, you know, who doesn't want to see them succeed, is like, look what came out of this. Everybody got 4 ciphers, Ddaeng and Tear outro, all from that. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. And it's like,
dude, dang.
But my thing is just to have that combination of singers and rappers and such talented artists in a combination of one group that formed BTS. It's no wonder the word is their platform, their stage. Like, come on, bro. Like, everybody's so talented. It's like, you know, it's almost like getting the all-stars and be like, oh, let's all start a group. Like,
it's like having the Warriors.
Like, yo, it's
in Korea, and Kpop,
I mean, but like I'm just saying, like I feel like it's so dope, and I agree with Kaden, I agree with Dusty. You know, like you wouldn't get these. That's why I say follow. I'm gonna try to do short. Follow what you want to do, because we wouldn't get the BTS, we wouldn't get the ATEEZ, we wouldn't get the NCT 127, we wouldn't get Billie Eilish's, we wouldn't get
the Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, Dean. We wouldn't get so many like Beyonce's, Jay-Z. We wouldn't get so many artists like this if they didn't stick to what they know and continue doing what they do. Like instead of honing in on it, instead of listening to what somebody else said, like, you know what, I shouldn't do it because they not doing it. Like they pursued what they had to do, and
the path of least resistance is probably the path.
Yeah, the path you resist is normally the one you should be taking. Like,
yeah, the path of least resistance is what you don't want to go towards. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
The path of least resistance.
Oh, least. You said least.
Yeah.
Just the path of resistance. But yeah, guys, cool video again. Thank you guys for all the reaction requests. This was definitely needed. I feel dumb after watching this video. Like I'm just like jamming to it, trying to listen to the lyrics, trying to understand them, but still.
I mean, but the thing is, like, I don't. To me, it's every video from. It's like we everybody, you learn, you take stuff on and you grow from there. It's like when we learned that what we were watching was more than what it was. When you're so used to seeing something else, you're not used to it. But when we learned that we were watching something that's so more than what it is for what we just see it for, then we took it different. Like when we watched Fake Love the first time, it's like it meant so much more than what we just saw. So it's like going forward now, it's like we'll probably look at every song that either BTS does or just K-pop in general. But it's like,
and we do.
Yeah, we do
now. We actually do it to our regular songs over America now too. We try to search for a deeper meaning.
Right.
That's because of what K-pop opened us to it.
Yeah, so it's like it's like our eyes are open, and it's definitely helpful that you guys, requested this so heavily that, we actually did it, and seeing that it's so much, wordplay in it. So it's like,
and a little bit of Korean culture as well.
My thing is, honestly, when the video started, I'm so glad. Like I would have read the subtitles, but I'm so glad it was a guy speaking English and knew how to speak Korean too. Because I felt like it would have been so hard for us to try to keep up. It would have been almost as if we were trying to read Ddaeng.
See, it's almost, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like a double
whammy.
Yeah, it's like we gotta try to read and try to understand the Korean with the English, but at the same time we still have to understand the meaning by what they meant, by what they said. So
he's gotta learn Korean. That's what it means.
So man,
I mean, but even when we learn it, like, we don't know the culture. The fact that he can go back into an old school like
chess game, card game, basically.
Chess game, card game, even playing freeze tag to where they say "dang." Like
how much?
I wouldn't have known that. I would have never known that. We don't say that when we say
children's.
We can't even look at ourselves as almost like because if you didn't come from the culture, there's no way that you can understand what that meant.
But I also feel like BTS is so humble to where they, like he said, they're open to the world, to where they are willing to accept the fact that there are things over here that they might not understand too. So I feel like that also that's what makes them top dogs.
I mean, but to me, it's like they show that through their music as well. It's like they're so humble in their music, they'll go ahead and add a dance from
our culture.
Yeah, our culture or somewhere else, and they'll
And even how you say, celebrate as, with celebs, like celebrate as celebs, celebrate, with our fans and stuff like that, like, for what he meant, like, in that, so.
Yeah, it's like times where they honor, like, icons and stuff through their music.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Dope video again, guys. Thank you again for the reaction request. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here as
usual.
usual.
One of these for all our songs.
Yeah.
No, for real.
We're going to go ahead and get on out of here as usual, guys. Once again, my name is Kogan.
It's Dust.
It's your boy Kaden.
And that's Skulkpack.
Bangtan, Ddaeng, potential, bang, worldwide, bang, chart we, bang, 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 got money, ooh, AP, ooh, don't jeep, ooh, 누군가의 dream life, ooh, how about you, I like you, 이성도, 네 덕분, 웃기지, yeah, 어이없이 느끼지, yeah, 솔직히 쟤들이, yeah, 왜 저리 날린지, yeah, 차분히 생각해, yeah,
Can't keep me in a cage, no canary. Got a lot I wanna say, a library. And I spit it so quick that it's scary. Y'all never wanted me to be another copycat, or would you rather see me pull another dagger? When I get to rhyming, all the people start to gather, and I'm making it look easy like I'm working up a lather. And my teacher is a legend, ain't nobody on his radar. And I had to write a rhyme, it's a really hard grader. Can you please do me a favor and jump on the elevator, going up on this beach like a hungry alligator? Twisted in the turn like a hate exterminator. If it's any indicator, call it now, call me later. 'Cause